What is going on, guys? So before I talk football, I just want to talk about, man, this week has been a really long week for me. Kind of just struggled getting through the week. Didn't really care to watch football this weekend. As a matter of fact, I turned off the A&M game Saturday night. I just didn't care to watch it. I do cover the Cowboys every week, so I did feel kind of responsible to watch the Cowboys game. But I'll be completely honest, heading into Sunday night's game, I really didn't care to watch any football. Anyways, I went ahead and took down some notes from the very get-go, just like I did last week. I think that went well, so that's something I'm going to continue to do. And I'm just going to go ahead and start reading off some of my notes, and we'll go from there. Now, I will say that the Cowboys did make it kind of interesting enough to where it kind of took my mind off of real life for 5 minutes and just allowed me to have fun and focus on football for a little while. That was kind of nice for a few hours, right? So, first quarter, double reverse to CD Lamb, caught the defense off guard. So, yeah, our play calling was wild from the get-go, and I love that play because they were stuffing the box. If it was a run up the middle, it wasn't going to work. I don't think a reverse would have worked, but the double reverse happened to have worked. Wildcat formation with Zeke, I don't know. And we saw that a lot throughout the game. And I think a lot of that has to do with we're just trying to get the ball out of Ben DiNucci's hands some. Obviously, he didn't seem too capable out there. As a 7th round pick and a rookie, not much we can expect from the guy, but we'll talk about him a little more later. DiNucci on 3rd and 7. Good throw to Lamb. I don't really remember that one. Play action on 1st down, got too cute, should have ran the ball. Yeah, it seems like we still don't know when is a good time to run the ball and when we shouldn't, because sometimes we'll run the ball right down the middle, and Philly is clearly ready for it. Screen to Gallup, put us in field goal range on 3rd and long, so that was a smart play, in my opinion, by Ben DiNucci. And we had a couple decent screens early on in the game where it just worked a little bit better than it has been working. But yeah, it gave us a chance, and I think we made the field goal there. Anyways, okay, so I put 3rd and 15, and I guess it put us in field goal range. 20-yard run, Boston Scott. Oh gosh, so yeah, early on in the game, Boston Scott was just killing us, and really they ran the ball well throughout the game, mostly because of defensive tackle, and we were just not strong inside and up front. Got 0 push, but I thought the linebackers were competitive, and I thought the secondary did a good job not letting the running back get to the next level. Now, obviously Boston Scott got his, but we did a decent job with what we have. We know what our personnel is at defensive tackle right now, and that's lacking. I put D-Law on a mission, sack. Yeah, I mean, his effort was just contagious the whole entire game. And the effort on defense in general just never slacked. And yeah, we gave up a couple touchdowns, a couple big plays here and there, but overall, defense did their job. And I got to give Mike Nolan some credit because he's the guy that I'm blaming week in and week out. Donovan Wilson, sack and fumble. So we'll have to see what the tape says, but man, I don't think Donovan Wilson was bad at all. I'm trying to remember if that was a designed blitz or if it was just like a coverage sack where he was kind of, it looked like he might have been spying. I don't really remember, but I do remember he was quick to get the Wentz. We got the ball, so big play, and I noticed that Xavier Woods was kind of fast to the ball overall. So were the linebackers. Zeke Wildcat, DiNucci went over to line up at wide receiver. Like, okay, so we kept doing the Wildcat thing, which I know a lot of people didn't like it. And listen, I don't love it, but at least you're trying something, right? You know what doesn't work, so I guess dig deep into the playbook. I didn't hate it. It looked like we'd get a few yards on the Wildcat. Defense kind of knew it was coming, and it seemed like every time we tried to do the reverse to Cedric Wilson for him to throw, Philly was all over that. DiNucci sack fumble, held on to the ball too long, so that became a theme. Towards the end of the game, he had another sack fumble. But yeah, for this one, it was just a coverage sack. He's just holding on to the ball, trying to make something happen. But guys, we could have really used that field goal there, and I think the defense came back and scored one of their 2 touchdowns. But no signs of being able to stop the run. In some drives, we did better than others, especially linebackers and secondary. But like I said, the defensive line, especially defensive tackle, when it comes to stopping the run, got no push. I thought Gregory did a good job. Saw a little bit out of Alden Smith, DeMarcus Lawrence, that kind of thing. But defensive tackle, just nothing. Let's see. Jalen Smith jumped on 3rd and 2, just an annoying, dumb penalty. I put Travis Fulgham is good. Yeah, he burned Trayvon Diggs a couple of times. Pretty good wide receiver, so he may be a legitimate number 1. He might be like their Miles Austin, just kind of diamond in the rough. We give up a touchdown after every turnover. Yeah, going into this game, it definitely felt like it. But you know what? They gave up that first touchdown, and then the defense left it all on the field after that. Second quarter. So we run with Pollard, Eagles. See, I'm a little tired. It's almost midnight here. Eagles saw it coming the whole way. So, yeah, it was just one of those plays where the defense knows it's going to be a run up the middle. Fletcher Cox sees it the whole way, and we're just not going to get anything there. I don't care if it's Pollard. I don't care if it's Zeke. Sometimes the offensive line can impose their will, but with the guys we don't have right now on the offensive line, it's just not going to happen consistently, even with Zach Martin back, which was a major help, no doubt. Missed throw on 2nd down, 3 and out. Here comes another Eagles touchdown. I mean, you see the PTSD, the annoyed Cowboys fan in me. I was assuming that we'd give up yet another touchdown, and I definitely don't believe we did. Sack fumble on 4th down. Great job defense. So, man, we got after Carson Wentz, and I don't remember who got the sack fumble, but I remember DeMarcus Lawrence was around that play. I believe the one I'm writing down on that note was Leighton Vander Esch just came flying through, and that's Mike Nolan making adjustments this week. So I was impressed with what he brought to the table this week. Got to give him credit. DiNucci almost throws pick 6. You could pick like 15 plays in this game where he almost threw a pick 6, but I'm not going to go too hard on him because, like I said, he's being thrown to the wolves. Nice screen to Gallup. Yeah, so that was like one of 2 or 3 decent screen plays we ran, at least. Zeke and Wildcat again. Okay, yeah, I was wondering when it was going to stop. I think we got like 4 or 5 yards a couple times. More Wildcat, next play. Cedric Wilson hands off to Zeke. Yeah, that one didn't work too well, but I get that we're just trying different things. We're talking all week about Ben DiNucci just slinging it in practice, right? And it makes me wonder, like, was he actually? Because why else would we have? It's almost like we've been practicing the Wildcat. We knew we were going to have to do some crazy stuff, try some things, which I get. I mean, it's your 3rd-string quarterback. I understand the Wildcat. This is literally a note I put, because DiNucci is a little overwhelmed. He's struggling. So he started off a little sharp, and then you could see everything was just moving too fast for him. And that at that point, I think the Wildcat maybe helped because we still needed to be able to move the ball and put some points on the board, which we didn't do a great job of. I do want to go back and mention that first drive in the first quarter. It wasn't horrible. We just didn't finish the drive. Boston Scott, 7 carries, 57 yards. I think this is like 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. So, yeah, they're gushing us with a run at that point. Even with Miles Sanders out. Corey Clement, I don't remember doing a ton, but Boston Scott was killing us. Another stop by the defense. Xavier Woods read Carson Wentz on the Philly special. Yeah, so they tried the Philly special on us. We've done it once this year. They did it in the Super Bowl, and this time, Xavier Woods picked out Carson Wentz. We were ready for it. I believe it was Greg Ward with the ball. He tried to run, but he didn't get much. Got a few yards. But at the end of the day, it was a stop. Let's see where I am. Fake reverse. Pollard trucks a guy. So that was a cool play where I don't know if it was a designed fake reverse or if he just saw the guy on the reverse and he decided to fake it instead of just not faking it and keeping it. Anyways, he got 15 yards and trucked a defensive back or a safety. So, big run by Tony Pollard, who, by the way, played a really good game in my opinion. Great stop, and Randy Gregory gets roughing the passer, meh call. So, yeah, man, he kind of hit him on the thigh. I don't know what the exact rule is there, but did it look like a bad play? No, it looked like a football play. And Gregory was kind of falling when he fell into him, so was it roughing the passer? If you're an expert, tell me. But to me, that was kind of a meh call, and there were a lot of meh calls in this game. Trayvon Diggs comes back with a great interception in the end zone. What a play. So how did he manage to get that interception and get the shin down and be in bounds? Man, what a game from Trayvon Diggs. It wasn't perfect. He continues to go through growing pains, and Travis Fulgham was a tough matchup for him. But at the same time, those two interceptions were just huge. And second interception was just a great catch, but that first one was just a great play overall. So shout out to Trayvon Diggs. He was awesome. Also like what I saw out of Anthony Brown. I don't think I made a lot of notes about him, but his effort was really good. And I lost my note. 1 second. Okay, so can't run the ball down the middle. Defense sees it coming every time. So it's like a couple drives we could do it at will, but then some drives, man, Philly was just all over it. And the drives when we were doing it will, we gave up on it, and we started doing like trick plays and stuff that didn't work. So that was kind of disappointing. But it's one of those things when you're in a fight, for example, you got to throw some jabs early on to the fight. You don't just start throwing power punches or really going after the body early on. You kind of got to pick at them a little bit. And I think that's what we were trying to do. And then those final drives in the second half, when we were able to really establish the ground game, that was awesome. We just didn't keep at it. That's my issue. Offense showing no pulse. Not sure there's a fix for that. So, yeah, I mean, we tried the crazy play calling. We tried running the ball down the middle. Tried to get Ben DiNucci going, and it's like, I mean, the offensive line isn't great, so he doesn't have much time. But even when he was, it seems like the coverage downfield was pretty good. When guys were open, it seems like he missed a couple of throws. But, I mean, what do you really expect out of him? I thought he competed, but I thought Kellen Moore definitely could have done a better job. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, what could we have done to get the offense going? Except those drives where we were running the ball, man. Keep running the freaking ball up the gut. Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard. Linebackers starting to be fast to the ball close to halftime. So it wasn't perfect. It wasn't consistent, but you definitely see a difference with Sean Lee back out there on the field. And it's not just when he's on the field. It's when he's on the sideline. He just really helps that linebacker group. I don't know what it is, but Van Der Esch seems to be starting to slowly play a little bit better. Jalen Smith wasn't great. He had his bad moments, but he showed a couple flashes. So a little bit better than what he's been doing outside of that New York game, right? So I thought they were both quick to the ball at times, and I thought they were able to stop the run when we needed them to. When we needed the team to make stops, they did. Anthony Brown with a good contest on 4th and 1. Great stop. So, yeah, that's one of a few great plays that Anthony Brown made. So, I was very impressed with him. And, again, the defense just kept coming up big. Did they give up a couple big plays here and there? Yeah. But we made Philly earn it on those drives, too, especially that second touchdown. It felt like it was going to be a touchdown that whole drive, but we made them earn it. I mean, it's not like they were just destroying us. How did that zero line kick go in 59 yards out? Wow. Yeah, so that's one of the most bizarre field goals I've ever seen in my life. Greg the leg man, he's definitely got talent, if nothing else. It was like a screwball kick, line drive. At first I thought he just missed it, and missed the ball, didn't kick it how he wanted to, and I thought it was going to be well short and well right, and somehow makes a kick. That was pretty spectacular. One of the better moments of that game. So move on to the third quarter. Great open field tackle by D Law. Yeah, again, just tons of energy and effort from DeMarcus Lawrence. He taught the talk this week, and then out on the football field, he definitely left it all on the field. He walked the walk. You could see him before the game on the sidelines. He just looked intense. And I think he played with that same intensity. So there's nothing negative you're going to hear me say this week about DeMarcus Lawrence. High winds not making it easy on quarterbacks. Maybe I'm just making excuses for both of them, but I did notice with the ref shirts and the jerseys and stuff, I mean, it was definitely windy, and you could see it on the kicks and some of the throws, especially that was second Carson Wentz interception. Yeah, I think it was the second one where the ball just kind of sailed to the right. Van Der Esch close to making some plays. So like I said, Van Der Esch wasn't great in this game, but there was a couple plays where he was quick to the ball. It was one play when I wrote that down where he didn't stop the running back, but he was right there to get him, and then one of the defensive backs, it was like Lewis or Woods, came in and stopped him. Trayvon Diggs is going to be special. Wow, another great interception. So yeah, I mean, this is, in my opinion, the breakout game for Trayvon Diggs. And like I said, he had his fair share of struggles. I mean, I think the first pass was a touchdown, and the second one to Fulgham was a touchdown as well. So maybe he gave up 2 touchdowns to Travis Fulgham. But at the same time, man, he was out there. He competed. The guy just goes in there and fights every game. He's awesome. So finally getting an interception was huge. I think it's the first of many. And to get 2 in one game, that was a slice of the cake, man. Whatever I'm trying to say, man. That was great. Anyways, finally established the run game. Should have stuck with it. Yeah, that's where we just messed up. I think it was the reverse to Cedric Wilson to put us back. Then we tried to throw the ball, and it was bad from there. 2nd and 8 needed to be a run. I formed down the middle. Yeah, I agree. I think we lost yards on that play. Missed field goal from 49, giving the Eagles too many chances. Overall, Zuerlein did his thing today. The miss from 49 with the winds, I think it was like 11 mile an hour wind on that play. It's tough. So does he deserve a little bit of blame for missing the kick? Yeah, probably. But at the same time, I think special teams kind of went out and did their thing. Hopefully we won't see too many more misses from him this year, though. Randy Gregory gets to Wentz super fast and forces him to throw the ball away on 2nd and 1. Yeah, so he looks explosive, quick. It's going to take him some time. He hadn't played in a while, but at the same time, man, when he gets it back, man, I think we still got a lot of upside and potential out of Randy Gregory as a pass rusher and as a run stopper. I saw him in the rush defense. I thought he was one of the better guys out there, especially on the line. Chris Collinsworth says Randy Gregory has a few demons. I just wanted to point that out because I thought that was just a strange, kind of out of touch comment. I mean, yeah, so he smokes weed. I don't think that's that big of a deal. I don't know if I'd even call it a demon. Is having the occasional drink a demon? I don't know. Thought it was a weird thing to say by Collinsworth. Gave up a touchdown, tough drive from the defense. Yeah, so it sucked that we couldn't get a stop there. But like I said, we made them earn everything there. I know there was a second effort play by DeMarcus Lawrence on that drive. It was in the red zone, I think, where he missed the tackle on Boston Scott, but he recovered and still tackled Boston Scott like right at the line of scrimmage. So that was awesome. Let's see where I am. Diggs gave up the touchdown. Travis Fulgham's a little crafty. Yeah, so Fulgham just kind of burned him, man. Good footwork. Just kind of outsmarted him. And we do know Diggs is a rookie, so that's going to happen. But yeah, I'm very impressed with what I've seen, just the little I've seen out of Travis Fulgham. So I'm sure he'll be there giving us a hard time for years to come. Defense is trying to compete, have to help them out some and put points on the board. So yeah, I think it was 9-15 at this point. I'm like, man, the defense is just doing everything they can do. Was it 9-7? And then they made it 9-15. But I'm like, at the same time, you got to move the ball. You got to score. And it's not just scoring every drive. It's just like 3 and outs, turnovers every once in a while. Those are the real killers. Like the first drive of the game where you're at least moving the ball some, that helps. Bad holding call on Dalton Schultz. I don't think it made a difference. It was still like first and 11. Um, Ben DiNucci getting his confidence back. Yeah, so you could see game was slowly starting to settle down for him a little bit heading into that fourth quarter. He still wasn't playing great, but he was competing. He was competitive. And I put exactly what I just said, and I didn't read that. Not saying he's playing well, but he's definitely competing. Yeah, I guess it depends on what your expectations are for him. I was hoping he would be this great player day one, like a Tony Romo. But if that's your expectation for him as a seventh round pick and a rookie, then you're starting way too high on the expectations. And also for most of the game, he did better than Carson Wentz. Definitely protected the ball a little better. Could he have thrown more picks? Yeah, definitely, but he didn't. So results are what really matters. But I guess results gave Carson Wentz the win. So credit to him. Okay, so now we're in the fourth quarter. Just got a couple more notes. 4th and 2, play call, not great. Yeah, so it's where Zeke's in the game, but he's lined up in the slot. We have 4 or 5 receivers out there. We're in the shotgun, so we're not even like a threat to run the ball. They're not stuffing the box, so maybe you could audible real quick, not give the defense enough time to adjust. And even if you don't run the ball there, the defense is going to panic and play the run, so maybe you can do play action, or maybe you could do a quick slant or something there, and then maybe you have a chance because you're catching the defense off guard, you're keeping them on their toes. Just the fact that we just ran the play out of the 4 wide or the 5 wide, it made zero sense to me. It was a bad play call, and it's one of the things that ended up costing us the game. At this point, I'm probably thinking that's a game, but the defense keeps fighting. They get a quick 3 and out, so still giving us a chance, and we still put another drive together. Just couldn't finish it. When Philly blitzes, they swarm to the quarterback and to the ball. Yeah, so man, they made it tough on Ben DiNucci when they got to him quick, and then when he got the ball out, whoever he was throwing to, they got to them quick too, and they hit them hard. So I think it was like Amari Cooper on that play may have had a catch on 3rd down, but he got hit. So then on the fumble from DiNucci towards the end of the game, I put, how was he not down? He was. Whoever recovered it for the Eagles was 100% down. They missed the offsides on that play, which, is what it is, but he was down and no challenge. So maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe they reviewed it so there was no need to challenge. Yeah, I guess it was a scoring drive, so you couldn't challenge because they reviewed it anyway, or there would be no reason to challenge. But how did you review that play and take from that a score? I mean, he was clearly down. But at that point, it was the ball game, and it probably was before that anyway, although we still had a chance. Because it was still 9-15. We still had time to get a stop and put a drive together. Who knows? It's football. Anything can happen, right? But also, DiNucci has to go down with the ball or get the ball out. Yeah, so that's end of the notes. But in that scenario, I put most of that on Kellen Moore because Kellen Moore knows that zero blitz is coming there, and he's got to have DiNucci ready for that play. At the same time, DiNucci, man, if you're going down, if you're taking a hit, protect the freaking ball. Go down before you get hit, or just throw the ball away immediately, or throw it to a receiver, throw it up and give him a chance immediately. So, guys, I'm not going to talk too much else about the game because we got game grades that will come out tomorrow likely, and I'll talk about, each individual a little more. But I want to say, don't go too hard on Ben DiNucci. No, he wasn't good, but he did what he could do. It looked like we got CeeDee Lamb a little more involved. Not that he had a great game. Same with Michael Gallup than the previous couple weeks. At least Lamb didn't have a bunch of drops this week. Outside of that, again, I want to say that the defense was, I'd even say they were awesome. They fought. Were they perfect? No, but you could see their flaws, and honestly, I didn't see, and maybe the tape will show otherwise. Maybe y'all will leave me a comment saying otherwise, but safeties, really didn't come into play for most of the game. I mean, we weren't getting beat over the top over and over. So the secondary, I think, took a step up, cutting Daryl Worley and getting Chidobe Awuzie back. Maybe we were playing a bad team. Maybe Carson Wentz made us look good. Who knows? But I think getting Sean Lee helped that linebacker group out. And you see defensive end, maybe Everson Griffin was dead weight. Don Terry Poe, I know, was dead weight, but defensive tackles just as bad without him as they were with him. I mean, he's just another body at that point. But I will say that Randy Gregory and especially DeMarcus Lawrence and Alden Smith too competed. They were competitive on the as far as the pass rush goes and as far as stopping the run goes. And so the defense in general took a step up. I was hoping they would. I was slightly optimistic about that with the guys we got rid of and the guys we brought back. Right now, the biggest weakness on defense from that game was defensive tackle, and it was a big, glaring hole. More so, in my opinion, than safety, secondary, or linebacker. So defense took a step up. Shout out to Mike Nolan for getting them to play hard. Maybe they haven't quit on the coaching, but Mike McCarthy still has a lot to be desired, and so does Kellen Moore. So, guys, do me a big favor and smash that subscribe button. Hopefully, as the week progresses, I'll be in a better mood. I'll want to talk football a little more. Not that I'm in a bad mood, but guys, you know how life goes. You go through some tough days. Some days are better than others, right? And I've just had a long week, rough week. But anyways, I'll stop complaining. Again, like I said, if you enjoy my videos, smash the like button for some more daily Dallas Cowboys content, and let me know in the comments what you think about this game. It's going to be rough moving forward. Next week is going to be very tough, even if we get Andy Dalton back against a really good Steelers team. But then we get a bye week, and we'll move on from there. See what happens at the trade deadline, and that's going to do it, guys. I'm out. Peace!